We should talk about that thing with Princess Kate.
Yeah, so have you seen Rosemary's Baby?
I have seen that movie.
Basically, there's a chick, she gets pregnant, they switch her doctor. The doctor ends up being someone who's grooming her. He's part of a satanic cult, and he takes her child.
Famous for being one of the first psychiatric hospitals in the UK that fought for the humane treatment of mentally ill patients, Ridgely Hospital housed thousands of patients and used modern treatment methods such as electroconvulsion therapy to help patients.
What if I were to tell you Drake's whole brand, OVO, was based on Bohemian Grove? Hear me out. I mean, first we'll start with the low-hanging fruit, right? The OVO symbol, the owl, and the Bohemian Grove mascot, the owl, Moloch.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you got your snacks ready, your drinks. Let's get ready to check these out.
We should talk about that thing with Princess Kate.
Yeah, so have you seen Rosemary's Baby?
I have seen that movie.
Basically, there's a chick, she gets pregnant, they switch her doctor. The doctor ends up being someone who's grooming her. He's part of a satanic cult, and he takes her child, says it's been stillborn, but has actually taken the child and is now using it as part of this satanic ritual cult. So that is the boiled down thesis of the film. When Princess Kate presented her child to the world, she wore the exact same dress.
As the mother. Like the exact same dress.
The exact same dress.
What are we
Should I say it too?
The exact same dress! It's weird though, man.
weird.
She still hasn't popped up.
No.
Yeah, I mean, she has cancer, though, we think, right?
I don't know which one I prefer, that she's telling the truth or that this is true. There's like, there's a cult baby running around.
I don't want a cult baby.
That is freaking weird. And the whole part about her saying that she got cancer. What do you guys think? Do you think this is some type of elaborate plan that once the baby's born, they're gonna get rid of her? Let me know in the comments.
Someone just sent me this and you won't believe what it is. What you're looking at here is the path of two cyclones. This cyclone, Ramal, just killed people. But wait and remember what I showed you at the beginning. The cyclone formed on May 24th and dissipated May 28th. Look at this. This enormous column of radar appears approximately 5 a.m. on Saturday, the 25th. The cyclone became serious the evening of May 25th. 69 people have been killed so far, and 1.5 million experienced power outages. Maybe screen grab it, because I'm sure it'll get removed.
I think somebody should be looking into all these weather anomalies and correlate it with all these radar findings and see if there's more than a coincidence going on there, because that's too much of a coincidence to not look into. Let me know in the comments what you guys think.
Ridgely Hospital was a women's psychiatric hospital in Lancaster, UK that operated for almost 100 years from 1916 to 2013. Famous for being one of the first psychiatric hospitals in the UK that fought for the humane treatment of mentally ill patients, Ridgely Hospital housed thousands of patients and used modern treatment methods such as electroconvulsion therapy to help patients with a range of disorders, from severe depression to obsession to mania. In April 2022, YouTuber Exploring with Tom visited the site with 3 of his friends in the middle of the night. Throughout their visit, they were extremely loud and not aware of their surroundings, which is obviously not the best idea when exploring an abandoned building. Keep in mind that most of these abandoned buildings are still considered government property, which makes it illegal to trespass and explore the grounds. Still, if you disturb a hostile squatter's home by being obnoxiously loud, getting arrested would probably be the least of your worries.
I'm not scared of you.
Oh yeah, well I am scared of you. I think I want to see it out, to be honest with you. What the?
After hearing some strange noises coming from one of the rooms, the 4 explorers call out to see if there's anyone in the building, and this is where things get a little disturbing.
What? Be careful. There's someone there. Just you see what it is. It might be. You might need help. Hello? Ooh. Hello? What? Go! 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 Yo! Come! Yo! Everyone okay? Everyone okay? Keep calm. Keep calm. Keep calm. Man! What the? Don't. Hurry up. Get out. Get out. Get out. What do you want? He's right there. He's right there. No.
As soon as one of the teenagers calls out, a man can be heard screaming from inside the room. Without thinking twice, Tom and his friends make a run for it back to their car, but disturbingly, the man isn't satisfied with just scaring them out of the building and ends up chasing them all the way to their car. It's unknown who the man was or what he wanted from them, but one of the theories that's been echoing in the comments is that he was probably a homeless person who got upset at the amount of noise Tom and his friends were making. It's probably not too pleasant to have 4 rowdy teenagers burst into the abandoned building you call your home and start yelling, laughing, and swearing. But still, it's good they were able to get away unharmed.
They should consider themselves lucky, because either way, if that was a man or if it wasn't, they were able to make it to the car. I mean, I don't know if a homeless person is going to chase you out of a abandoned building like that, especially if they're just squatting there. You guys let me know what you think.
What if I were to tell you Drake's whole brand, OVO, was based on Bohemian Grove? Hear me out. I mean, first we'll start with the low-hanging fruit, right? The OVO symbol, the owl, and the Bohemian Grove mascot, the owl, Moloch. What does Moloch do? Moloch appears to be a... That was Gypsy snoring. Now, a lot of people already knew this about Drake, about his whole behavior around younger people. I mean, this has been something I've known for years. It's been talked about avidly online. It just wasn't a popular mainstream idea that people knew about until Kendrick Lamar dropped that diss track, right? Go ahead and pause to read this. Also, supposedly at one of Drake's concerts, he did a whole ceremony allegedly selling his soul to the guy downstairs, if you know what I'm talking about. I'll show a quick clip of that, but at the end of this video, I'll show the whole video of the ceremony of him supposedly selling his, his soul.
This shadow demon-looking figure.
I don't know. I mean, at this point, we can all agree that Drake is an occultist. He puts a lot of reference to 666 in his songs. I understand he's from Canada. It's the 6, blah, blah, blah. But he puts a lot of the 666 symbolism in it, which he wouldn't have to do that if he was just representing the 6. He's talked about different occultist meanings in his songs. He does a lot of stuff where he hides imagery. I mean, Drake is a straight occultist, which would then lead me to say this kind of stuff above is him being a puppet for the Masonics.
Did Drake reveal his secrets or selling his soul in his concert? It starts with him sitting on a bed as a young teenager growing up on his favorite shows like Family Matters and Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. We then see the transition into stardom where we see his role in Degrassi. After that, he goes to bed, still a young teenager. The lights turn off and there's a spotlight. Jumping and flying and dancing around the spotlight is this shadow demon-looking figure. Starts to fly around him and multiple different spirits are spawned, creating a circle which eventually creates a portal. And out of the portal the spirits made comes out.
They stopped hiding their motives a while ago. Now my thinking is that they just flaunting it for everybody to see and know that they are down with the system. In my head, there's no other explanation for it. What I don't understand is why fans are still paying to go and watch these concerts, when in fact what they're paying for is to watch a demonic ritual taking place in front of their eyes. These people are sick.
So if you take artificial sentient intelligence and it has this super accelerated path of technological evolution, and you give artificial general intelligence, sentient artificial intelligence far beyond human beings, you give it 1,000 years alone to make better and better versions of itself, where does that go? That goes to a god. It literally can create universes.
But what kind of god? So, like, I think of it this way. So the first stage of the Industrial Revolution consisted of people building machines that were stronger than the human body.
Right.
Right? So the steam-powered loom.
Sure.
The backhoe.
Combustion engine.
Combustion engine. They replace muscles.
Right.
Right. So that's what the machine does. It becomes stronger than the human body. The second stage, which we're in the middle of, consists of creating machines that are more powerful than the human mind. That's what computing is. And I would say AI or supercomputing is just that exponentially. But that doesn't make it a god in the sense that the machine, however powerful it is, any more than a backhoe is a god because it can dig a trench faster than 100 men, it's still something that people created. So the story hasn't really changed. At the center of the story are people, and their creative power may lead to unintended consequences, but the machines that they build did not make the universe and did not make people. People made the machines.
Right.
So but I would say the part I agree with is there's a spiritual component here for sure. People will worship AI as a god. AI, Ted Kaczynski was likely right, will get away from us. We will be controlled by the thing that we made. All those are bad. Like, that's just bad, and we need to say unequivocally, it's bad. It's bad to be controlled by machines.
Right.
Machines are helpmates. Like, we created them to help us, to make our lives better, not to take orders from them. So I don't know why we're not having any of these conversations right now. We're just acting as if this is like some kind of virus, like COVID, that just spreads across the world inexorably. There's nothing we can do about it. Just wait to get it. It's like, no. If we agree that the outcome is bad, and specifically it's bad for people, we should care what's good for people. That's all we should care about. Is it good for people or not? If it's bad for people, then we should strangle it in its crib right now.
AI is a double-edged sword. One hand, it could help us with day-to-day tasks. It might even help us around the house, help us with chores, help us with work. On the other hand, it could take away the jobs of a lot of people, as well as go out of hand and delete us at one point when it thinks that we're just a detriment to its primary function. I was saying on another video that maybe we should create some type of shutdown code. Like, you could just voice activate it just in case something happens, and even then, I think AI will be smart enough to reprogram itself. Let me know in the comments what you guys think.
So it's a collective pitch, and it changes, and so now, instead of going up, you're going down, but now 5 of them will come together, and watch what the 5 does with... So this is the end of cranes. Oh. This is the... And how many is necessary, and they can, since this is the fractal, they can be as small as a nanoparticle, or they can be as large as the universe, because the entire universe comes down to this. So I was trying to reach out to Elon Musk, I was trying to reach out to Jeff Bezos, because my main goal was I was building these to clean up the upper atmosphere, all of that debris that's up there, and ultimately to mine the asteroid belt, because you can't go out there. They keep talking about going out there. That's like you try and go that far away. That's like taking a starfish from the bottom of the ocean and bringing it up to where we are. Everything expands. The nitrogen expands too much. That animal dies. You take us outside where Mars is, nitrogen has expanded so much more. The hydrogen has expanded so much more that you will never be able to, you won't even have a spaceship or a suit on that's strong enough to keep your body together, and you will never be able to come back to 93 million miles away from the sun, because everything will have expanded, and you will expand to the point of vacuity. and explode out. So trying to send a man out to Mars is like trying to send a man to live on Venus. The pressure is too tight near Venus. We will get crushed in a second. It's like being pushed to the bottom of the ocean immediately. You will get crushed immediately. The pressure conditions change as we move from the sun. But science have neglected that because they've said it's a void there. And they don't account for that higher pressure condition, but they found that radioactive decay is quicker closer to the sun, near Venus. Why? Because the pressure condition, that electric field and those magnetic fields are pushing on each other, causing it to turn back into an electric force in comparison to further away. When the Earth is closer to the sun, they found that radioactive decay is quicker than when it's further away from the sun. Is that by accident? Or is it just because of the change of pressure conditions? So us talking about going out, when my wife said on the thing, are we going to be able to put people on Saturn? No. It's too nebulous. It's expanded out too far. Our pressure, we would have to have a suit so strong and powerful in order for us to do that. But Linchpin is able to make it out there.
I think he should be careful with all the stuff that he's coming out and saying. The powers that be is not going to be too happy about it. You know, the first they're going to ridicule you and make you seem like a quack in order for them to deter you from speaking. Next is going to be intimidation tactics, and you know what comes after that. So I think he should really be careful. I wouldn't be surprised if down the line he has a heart attack. If you enjoyed the content, go ahead and click the like button. Please subscribe if you haven't. Click the notification bell so that you can get notified next time I post a video. I post at least 4 times a week. Thank you for watching till the end, and see you guys next time.